Can someone tell me what is the use of this title tag? Are you people there? Able to hear me?
Yes, Anusha.
What is the use of this title tag?
It is used to provide like a heading or for a particular instance
Okay.
under the head. Yeah.
Providing name of our website.
Yeah, it is used to give the title for our web page. You see the title here, it's like Anusha's first web page, right? So it is used to provide the title for our web page. That is the purpose. Okay. How to create a form using which tag? Which tag?
Form tag.
Form tag. Okay. If you want to create any text box, what is the input tag is used? Dinesh?
Hello.
Yeah, Dinesh. If you want to enter some text in a box, which tag is used for that purpose? Yeah, just say it if it's right or wrong, no matters. Which tag is used? Kavya?
Entering the
Yeah, Dinesh, you are telling something. Suppose if we want to enter, so for this, I mean to say, suppose if you want to enter some text in this, which tag is used for creation of this? Kavya? Yes, ma'am. Yeah, which tag is used? Which tag is used?
Input tag.
Yes, input tag. Please watch the videos and come back, okay? If you are not knowing this much, how can I proceed for the next classes? Please watch videos. Please be attentive in the class. I'm taking money and I'm telling to you people, right? I'm not telling for simply. If you do not learn any basics and if you go to the company, right, it will be like Greek and Latin. At least you should understand the basics before you go. Okay, please pay attention here. Yeah. Suppose if you want to give only numbers in the text box, then what should be the type for that input box? What should be the type for this input?
Numbers.
Number
Yeah. Which tag is used for giving the name here?
Input tag.
No. Which tag is used for giving this name, age? Which tag is used? This HTML, CSS. Which tag is used?
label.
Yes.
TR.
Label tag. Label tag is used to give the name for your input boxes. Okay. And you will have one attribute called for which you will say for what is the purpose of this label, for which label you are giving. This label is for name. This label is for age. Okay. Suppose if you want our input to be a radio, then which tag is used?
radio.
Give me a moment, I'll ping you back. I'll just be on mute. Yeah, which tag is used for giving these radio buttons? For this input tag, what will be the type to give these radio buttons?
Radio.
Radio. For these check boxes, what will be the type?
Checkbox.
In order to create a drop down, which tag will be used?
Drop down only.
No. For creating a drop down. Drop down meaning what? You need to select in a list of options, right? So for that, which tag will be used?
Option.
Option is for this purpose. Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Assam, West Bengal. To create options, we will be using option tag. Okay. To create this entire drop down, which tag is used?
Label.
A. What is label and what you are telling? This is label tag, right?
Yes. Now
For
one second.
creation of this drop down, which tag is used?
Silent.
Sorry, repeat it. Select tag, right?
Select.
You need to select in a list of options. So for that, you will say it's a drop down, right? Which tag is used now?
Select.
Okay. So please be attentive, na, all of you. You didn't watch any videos. Then what is the purpose of this recording? If you are not telling like this anything in the tomorrow's class, I'll just stop recording. I'll not provide any videos. You read it by yourself. Which tag is used for creating a text area like this, where we can enter so much of description and data? Which tag is used? Yes, Kavya. Yeah. Which tag is used?
Text area.
Vishal?
Yes, Anusha. I don't remember.
Okay. Sonia?
Yeah, I did it and read on Saturday.
Okay. Teja? What I said, what is this? So what is this? What is the content written here? What is the content?
This is
This
text
the
area.
So which tag will be used?
With test area.
Area tag will be used. Okay, text area meaning is that if we want to provide a lot of description, right? For example, in the text boxes, if you want to write some paragraph, is it possible to write? No, right? So in order for us to see entire description, we will be using something called text area. Okay. And what is the attribute which is used to give the maximum length for an input box? Suppose if I want
Max limit.
yeah, max
Limit.
length attribute. If you want to give only 5 characters, right, maximum length, then we'll give one attribute called max length and we will specify its size. Okay. How many ways of styling we can do for HTML page? How many ways of styling we can do? Styling.
3, I guess.
Yeah, 3 types. What are they?
Inline styling, internal styling, external styling.
Okay. Okay. What is inline styling? What is inline styling?
Oh.
What is inline styling? This was repeated in the last 2 classes. If we are using the style attribute on the starting tag, right? Are you people there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Suppose if we are using, what is this style is called as?
Inline.
HTML attribute, right? Attributes, right? What is an attribute?
Which provides extra information to
Which provides some extra information about that HTML element is known as attributes. So
Attribute.
here we are using which attribute? Style attribute for doing the inline styling, which means that in the tag itself directly we will be giving the styles. It is known as inline styling. Okay. Suppose if I want to change the color of this text, okay, I can just give something called color and it is red. Okay. Now you can say it. Able to understand, right? What is internal
Yes, ma'am.
styling? What is internal styling? Please watch the videos, practice once and come back to the class. What is this known as? What is this?
Apply this style
Background. Background.
So I am highlighting the line number 8, right? What is this?
style.
It's a tag, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
What is an HTML tag?
Style tag.
What is an HTML tag? What is the meaning of an HTML element?
Start tag, content, and end tag.
Now, what is this tag?
Start
Start
tag.
tag,
This tag?
end tag.
End tag.
And
So if we want to give styles using internal styling means we will use the style tag. Okay. If we want to do internal styling, we will be using the style tag in the header section. Okay. And what is the P here?
Paragraph. No.
In CSS terms, what is the P refers to? What are these curly braces?
Blocks.
Yeah, block or the
Blocks.
declaration block. Curly braces meaning is that it's a block. Okay. And what is this P here? Selector for which you want to apply the styles. Okay. What is the P here called as?
Selector.
Selector. What is this?
Declaration.
No. What is this?
Content.
Property, right? It's called property. Which property? Okay, what is this?
Value.
True. Okay, now what is this?
Selector.
Selector.
Okay. What is this curly braces?
Declaration.
Block.
Blocks. Declaration.
What is
Block.
this?
Property.
Property.
This is the
Value.
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 Okay. Now use, this is called as internal styling. Okay. And this is known as what styling?
Inline.
Inline styling. Using style attribute here for inline styling. For internal styling, we use style tag. Okay. Now, now suppose I have one heading. Okay. This heading. Can someone tell me how to change the color of this H1 tag using internal styling? So what I said, for which tag I want to apply the color?
Internal styling.
For which tag I said to apply the colors? Okay, let me
H1.
Style.
tag. Correct.
H1 tag. Yes.
Let me just keep it here. So I said I want to do internal styling for this H1 tag. What is that internal styling, right? The color of Anusha should be red. Okay. It should be a red text meaning. So now what will be the selector here?
Color.
H1.
Correct. H1. Why? Because this, we want to apply the colors for this H1 tag, right? Now what will be the selector?
H1.
H1. Now, if we want to change the color of a text, which property is used? If we want
Background.
to change the color
Background.
of text,
Background color.
background color meaning is that this red color thing you are seeing, right? On the background, whatever you are seeing, that color is known as background color. For the text, you are seeing some color, right? Black. That is the color of the text. Okay.
Sticker.
Suppose if I want to change the color for this text, okay, then which property is used?
Just a color.
Just color. Color property is used to change. Okay. Color property is used to change the color of the text. Any doubt, anyone till now? Suppose if I want to apply some background color blue to this H1 tag. Now what should I do?
Change the background color as blue.
Color
Where?
tag.
At what place I should add that line? I said for H1 tag, have a background color of blue. So where should I write that line? In which
The
line?
H1, 14th line,
Okay.
background color.
Okay. So I said
blue.
change the background color of H1 tag to blue. Okay. We already have some styles written for H1 tag, right? We will write additional property background color and its value is blue. Okay. Let me just save it and show you. Any doubts, anyone?
No.
Okay. Okay. Now, if you see, okay, I'll just comment it out. Okay. And I have this H1 tag, right? Now I want to apply background color red to this H1 tag. How can I do that? So by the way, these are called comments in CSS. Comments in HTML will look like this. Comments in CSS will be /*/. Okay. This piece of code will be commented out and it will not be executed by the browser. Okay. Now tell me, I want to apply background color red to this H1 element. What should I do?
Use selector H1.
Okay. H1. Okay.
Open braces and the color.
I said background color change.
Background color.
Background
Background.
color.
Okay.
I
Red.
said
Okay. Now you are seeing some redundant piece of code, right? Redundant piece means having same code. Okay, is called as redundant code. So in this case, if this tags doesn't have extra information about the CSS, right? We can combine these tags. Okay. For example, I'll just show it. Now you can see. I don't. So even this paragraph and this heading both have the same background color. Now I can group these selectors using comma. Okay. Let me just show you. P comma H1 I can give. Okay. And now you can see both of them will contain the same background color. Anyone, any doubt? So background color red will be applied to both P tag and H1 tag. Okay. Now I'll create one more tag called H2. Okay. And its value is Anusha. Now tell me, if I want to apply background color red to this H2 tag, what should I do? If I want to,
Select
press
H2.
H2.
okay.
We can combine H1.
Yes, we can combine
H2.
the which tag here?
H2. H2.
Okay. Now you can see the H2 also contains the same background color. Any doubts, anyone? This is called as grouping of selectors. Okay. Now there are something called as IDs and classes in CSS. Okay. IDs and classes. Okay. Suppose when we will give the ID is that we have hundreds of P tags or hundreds of H1 tags. Okay. And if you want to apply unique styles to that particular P tag or H1 tags, whatever were there, you use something called ID, and using that ID, you will apply the CSS. For example, there are 100 students in a class. Okay. And each member will be having unique roll number, right? Am I correct? Or hall ticket number. Am I correct? If any of
Yes.
them have same thing, then what will happen? We doesn't know who wrote that exam. Am I correct? So likewise, IDs also should be unique in HTML. Okay. So we add one attribute called ID, and we will just give some name. Okay. Name 1, for example. This is the ID name. Suppose if I want to apply styles for this H1 class using this ID, what I need to do, I just need to copy the name. Okay. I'll go here. We will use the hash for referencing the IDs. Okay. And you'll give the ID name. And suppose if I want to apply color red for this name, okay, you can just give it color red. Now let me just show it. Any doubt, anyone?
No.
Can I give the same ID to this H2 tag as well?
No.
No. Why? ID should be
Unique.
unique.
Mm.
Okay. And we have classes concept. Okay. Suppose we can use classes for all the tags. Okay. Where IDs should be unique, right? Whereas the same class name can be applied to any number of tags in our HTML page. Okay. And wherever we are applying those class, that styles will be applied to that particular HTML elements. Okay. Now let me create one tag here. Now, how to create an ID meaning? sorry, how to create a class, meaning we'll give an attribute called class, okay, and we will just give the name of the class. For example, class 1, okay. To access this class 1, okay, we use dot. For IDs, what we are using? For referencing the IDs, what we have used in the styles?
As
Hash. For classes, now what we will use? Dot will be used, okay. Dot
Dot.
and class name, okay. And now you can just give color blue, okay. To this paragraph I have applied, right? Okay, you can see it, right? It's in blue color. Now if I want to append the same class to this h2 tag, can I do it? Can I attach the same class to this h2 tag?
No. Class.
yes, I think so.
Yes, because classes can be applied to any HTML tags. Only IDs are unique, but classes can be applied everywhere. Okay. Now you can see both these things will be in blue color. Any doubts, anyone till now?
No.
No.
Okay. Suppose this h2 tag has background color as blue. Sorry, this h2 tag has color blue, and this p tag has color blue. Now I don't want a background color this p for this p tag, but I want a red color background color to this h2 tag. How can I do that? Is that we can add some more class, or we can just select h2 tag and give some background. It's our wish. Okay. Let us create one more class called class 2. Okay. And I will just give background color red. Okay. Now, if I want to apply this next class, okay, to this h1 tag, how can I do it? Anyone, any guess? So there is already class attribute, right? And it's containing what is the class name?
Class 1.
Class 1.
If I want to apply one more class for this h2 tag, how can I do that? Any guess?
Class 2 maybe.
Okay. What we can do, we can just give some space and we can apply the second class here. Okay, let me just save it and show you. Any doubts, anyone? Now tell me, why, since h2 are there, p tag is also there. Both of them are having the text color blue. Why additionally h2 tag has background color red? What is the difference between these two tags?
Class.
Class. We have added extra class for this h2 element and we haven't added. Suppose if I have one more class called class 3, okay, and what I will do, I'll have one property called text align, which is used for the horizontal alignment of our text. If I say it center, which means that it makes the text center. Okay. Now, right now, what is the position of this h2 tag? Whether it's
Comma.
right, center, or left, which position?
Right.
No,
Left.
to you, right? To you, it's left. Okay. Suppose if you want to, what this class is used for? For
To make it
aligning
center.
the text at center
Alignment.
horizontally. Okay. Horizontally, if you want to align the text, we use the property text align. Okay. Suppose if I want to add that class to the h2, how can I do that?
Space and class 3.
Yeah, you can give the space, okay, and you can give the class name. Let me just save it. You are able to see, right? It's placed in the middle, right? Center.
Yes.
Okay. Any doubts till now?
No.
Okay.
No.
So using these hash IDs and dot classes, we will be defining the styles for our web pages. Okay. Now let me show you one more example. Okay. I have a element P. Okay. And its class is class 4. Okay. And this is Anusha. Okay. Now what I tell, uh, so what is the meaning of this statement is that, see the
What?
P paragraph, and if the P paragraph is having this class 4, then apply the color green to that particular paragraph. That is the meaning. So if we have a P tag with the class 4, okay, then apply the color green. That is the meaning of this line. Any doubts, anyone? So I talked about changing the background color, right? Which property is used for changing the background color?
Background color.
Background color. Okay. Now we have something called opacity. Okay. Meaning of opacity is just I'll show you what is that means. So we have one property called opacity. Okay. And it will take the value from 0.0 to 1.0. Okay. And let me give it 0. Okay. Now just check class 2, where we have applied this class 2 to this H2 tag. Okay. You can see there is no background color and you are not able to see that element, right? So opacity shows the transparency of that particular HTML element background. Okay. Suppose if I give it 0, by means that it's completely transparent. Suppose let me give 0.3. Okay. You can see some light shade of background color, red. Are you people able to see? You are able to see, right? Some just light shade of red color. Okay. Now, if I give 0.5, then observe it. Okay. Now, let me give 0.7. Okay. Some more thicker. If I give 1.0, it's the complete red color we will give. Suppose if you want to give any transparency for an HTML elements background, or we will be for HTML element entirely, we will be using one property called opacity, and it takes the values from 0.0 to 1.0. 1.0 means the thicker color, 0.0 means completely transparent. Any doubts, anyone?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Suppose if we want to apply some border to our HTML elements, what we can use, we have one property called border. Okay. We have border. Okay. We can give border style. Okay. If we give dotted, a dotted border will be applied. Okay. You are able to see some dots, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is the border style. Okay. Suppose if you want to give dash, okay, you can just give dashed. These are dashes. Able to see, right? And if you want solid, a straight away line will be there. Okay. Any doubts, anyone till here? Suppose if you want to give particular color for your border, you can use it border color and you can give it black. Okay. Right now, which color are you seeing for border? Blue. Okay. Let me just save it. Now what color is applied?
Black.
Okay. You can even define the thickness of your border using border width. Okay. Give 5 pixels. Okay. Able to understand, right?
Yes.
Now, what are these edges? You can see it's a rectangle box, right? And these edges are straight. Suppose if you want to give rounded edges, then you have something called border radius. Okay. And you can give some pixels to it. You can see that rounded, right? Let me just give some higher. Let me give 10 pixels. Any doubts, anyone?
No.
We have one shorthand worthy property. Meaning is that instead of giving this border style, border color, border width in 3 lines and specifying, we can have directly one property called border, in which we can apply the thickness, color, and the type of the border. Okay. You can just give it like border 1 pixel solid, and you can give black, or you can give 5 pixels as well. Okay. Any difference you have seen? No, right? So instead of giving it in 3 lines, defining style explicitly, color explicitly, width explicitly, you can define it in 1 line. It is called shorthand worthy property. You can just give border. Here you can specify the width of the border, the color of the border, the type style of the border, and the color of the border. Any doubts, anyone?
What is that, Anusha? Shorthand?
Shorthand worthy properties. Shorthand you can do. Okay. Now let us talk about margin. Okay. So margin. Okay. Margins are used to create space around elements border. Suppose if you want to create any space around the elements border, you will use one property called margin. Okay. You can just give it like there will be 4 properties. Margin from how much margin from the top should be there, how much from the bottom should be there, how much from the left, how much from the right. You will be giving like that. Okay. Now we can have it here. You can say right now, see this HTML element, it's here, right? I'll give margin from the top. I'll give 100 pixels. Okay. Now, if you just see, there will be a margin added outside of this black color, outside of this border. Okay. You can see it, right? There is some space created. And if you want to give left margin, you'll use something called margin left. And you can give 200 pixels if you want. Okay. From the left, have 200 pixels margin. Okay. And you can give margin from right as well. Understanding, right? Similarly, you can have margin from the border as well. Any doubts, anyone? So what is margin? What are margins?
Which will to give space between the elements.
Space around the element's border. Okay. Margins are used to create the space around the element's border. Okay. We have also something called padding. Okay, padding. So padding is used to create space around HTML content and inside the border. So margins are used to create space outside the elements border. Okay, outside the elements border, whereas padding is used to create the space around HTML element and inside the border. What is the HTML content here? If you just see this, what is the HTML content?
Anusha.
Anusha.
Suppose if you want to create the padding, right? What we will be giving? We can just give padding top. Okay. 300 pixels I will give. Okay. And I'll just show you. Okay. Inside the border and around HTML content, the margin padding from the top is 300 pixels. Okay. And you can specify padding left 200 pixels. Okay. Now if you see, some more 200 pixels will get added. Okay. And we will give padding bottom. Any doubt, anyone?
No.
Okay. So these are margins and padding. We have one thing called CSS box model. Okay, this HTML element, this padding, this border, and outside of the border, what will be there? Margin. So these thing in a box, I mean, to indicate it, it's like a box, right? First the content, and then the margin, and then the board. First the content, and then the padding, and the border, and the margin is called as CSS box model. Okay, I'll just show you. So the content and the padding and the border and the margin is known as CSS box model. Any doubts, anyone?
No.
Okay. We have one property called display. Okay. So I'll tell the most important part of this display. If we give display none, that element, that particular HTML element will not get rendered in the DOM and will not be shown. Okay. Now this HTML element Anusha is there. Now I have given display none so that it will not be displayed. Suppose if you want to hide it, this HTML element, right? You will give one property called display none. Any doubts, anyone?
Repeat once again.
Yeah, suppose if you doesn't want to display that HTML element, we'll have one attribute called display and we will give the value as none so that the particular HTML element will not get shown in the web page. Okay. Suppose let me just repeat it. Let me just show you again. Are you able to see this HTML element, right? Now I have given what property, display none property, so that this HTML element will not be there in this web page. Okay. And we have some text transform properties. Okay. For changing the text. Okay. Now, if I say text transform, okay, to uppercase, which means that the entire text which is there in the class will be converted to capital letters. Okay. Now you can see it, right? Anusha. So before it was normal, right? Now the entire thing has been converted to capital letters. Okay. Now if I want to convert it to lowercase, I can give just the value lowercase. Okay. And if you just say it, the entire thing is converted to small case. Okay. Suppose if you have a bigger text, Anusha is good. And for each word, you want to give the first letter as a capital letter. We have one property called capitalize, okay, which will convert the first line of each word to a capital letter. Anusha is good. Any doubts, anyone till here?
No one.
No, ma'am.
So this is called internal styling. Using the style tag is known as internal styling. Suppose if you want to do external styling, okay, what you will do, you have this syntax called link rel equal to style sheet. Okay. And you will give the reference of the file you want to create an external file. For example, if you create one file called let me just save this file. So any CSS file, you will save it with .css. Suppose if your CSS is too big, right? Then what you will do, you will create one external file and you will load this into your HTML. That loading is done with this link tag, okay? Which will tell us this is of style sheet, and we will give the H reference to this. H reference here, okay? You will just give it like sample1.css. Okay, like this you can link an external child sheet to your HTML page. Any doubts, anyone? Okay, now let me ask some questions. What is this?
Name tag.
Sorry? What is this?
Name.
ID.
ID.
What is the type? We have defined one thing now. This is called as something. This is called as
Selector.
selector. What is this?
Select.
What is this curly?
Selector.
Declaration block.
Declare
Block.
What is this?
Property.
What is this?
Value.
Value.
Okay.
Value.
And if you want, there is one paragraph, and if you want to apply internal styling and you want to give some background color red, how will you do that?
Selector as P.
Okay. And the
You have to
background
give
color,
declaration.
okay.
Background color.
Value as
Value as
If you want to change the text color, which property will be used?
Color.
Color property.
Only color.
If you want to create an ID for an HTML element, how will you do that?
By using
Uh,
hashtag.
If you want to write ID attribute to an HTML element, how will you do that? If you want to create basically an ID to your HTML element, how will you do that? What is this?
Start tag H1 ID.
You'll just give ID attribute and the name of the ID. Am I
Right.
correct?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
How will you reference this
Yes.
ID name?
Unique. ID name should be unique.
Unique. How will you reference this ID when you are using for styling purpose? Referencing.
Hashtag by using hashtag.
Yeah, by using hash, you will reference it. How will you create a class attribute for an HTML element?
By using class.
Using
Class
class.
equal to class name of the class. Am I correct?
Yes.
How will you reference a class?
Dot.
By using dot.
Dot. If you want to apply one more class, what will you do?
Add another class.
Can use space and
Give the space and append the one more class.
One more class.
Yes.
Okay. And how will you give the border? Which property is used for defining the border?
Border.
The style.
Border style. In that, if you want this straight line, what you will give?
Straight line. Solid.
Solid. If you want to give some color to your border, which property is used?
Border color.
Border color.
If you want to specify some width to your border, what you will do? Which property?
Border width.
Border width.
order it.
What is the shorthand worthy property for border style, border color, and border width?
Border.
Border.
Yeah.
Border.
Color. Style. Width.
Width, color,
Property.
Property.
style, and the color. Okay. Width, style, and the color. 1 pixel, solid red color. Okay.
Yes.
What is margin?
Space around the element.
Okay. Space around the elements.
Element board.
Border.
Inside or outside?
Outside.
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 Margins are used to create the space around the elements outside of the border. Okay. What are the 4 margins available?
Top, left, right.
Yeah. Margin top, margin left, margin bottom, margin right. What is padding?
To create
Provide
space
space
Side.
inside the margin.
inside the borders.
Inside the border and around
HTML tag. HTML
HTML
element.
content. So padding is
Yeah.
used to create the border. Padding is used to create the space inside the border around the HTML content. Okay, what are the 4 types of padding available?
Padding top, padding left,
Padding bottom and padding right.
padding right.
What is CSS box model?
Padding.
Content padding and
And padding.
Okay.
Margin.
No.
Content, padding, border, margin.
Yeah, content, padding, border, and margin
Border,
is known
margin.
as CSS box model. If I want to transform this text to capital, I mean entire text to capital letters, which property is used?
Text
Text
transform.
transform.
Transform
What is the
uppercase.
value for this text transform?
Uppercase.
Suppose if I
Capitalize.
want, yeah, uppercase. If I want to transform this entire content to lowercase, then which property is used?
Lowercase.
Lowercase.
Like
Suppose if I want to capitalize the every word starting, then what will we do?
Capitalize.
Capitalize. How to do external styling?
By using href tag.
Linkrel, we will create one external file with the name .css. We'll use link tag and we will give href with the name of the file of CSS. Okay, I'll show you that in the next classes. What is opacity?
Intensity
Shade.
of the color.
Transparency
the
of the background color or
thickness.
the HTML element. What is the values it will take?
1.0 is for a thickness and 0.1 is for transparent color.
Okay,
0.1.
like in which
From
range?
0.1 to 1.
In which range it will take the values?
0.1 to 1.
0.0 to 1.0. Okay. And which tag is used for the creation of drop down?
Label tag.
I'll kill you.
Sorry.
Which tag is used for the creation of drop down?
Select.
Select tag. For defining
Select
the
tag.
options in the drop down,
Yeah.
which tag is
Option.
used?
Option.
What is which tag is used for displaying the name here? Now tell me, you are telling na label. Now tell me right.
Label.
Which
label.
tag is used for this box?
Text area.
What is this then?
Input type.
Input tag is used for the creation of input boxes. Okay. And which tag with the type is used here for these things?
Radio.
Which tag? Input tag with the type radio. Am I correct? Which
Yes.
tag is used for this with the type?
Checkbox.
Which tag? Input tag with the type checkbox. Am I correct? If you want to create unordered list, which tag is used?
UL.
If you want to create ordered list, then
OL.
which tag is used for the creation of tables?
Table.
Which tag is used for the creation of rows?
Yeah.
TR.
Yeah,
Which
tag.
tag is used for defining the headings for the table?
H tag.
Which tag is used for defining the data for the table?
TD.
Which tag is used for the creation of a drop down?
Option.
Select.
Select. Which tag is used for defining the options in the select?
Options tag.
Options.
Which
Option.
tag is used for creating this?
Input tag.
Which tag is used here? Then what is this then? What are the difference between these two?
Text area.
Text area is used for defining the text area tag. Okay. This is for input. That's it for today's class. Okay. I'll ask the questions tomorrow as well. Be prepared and come. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Anusha.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.